I found out 3 weeks before I gave birth to my youngest son that I was positive for hepatitis C. That was in 2008. 2009 I managed to clear it myself, and because there was a lack of support, I set up a support group in Middlesbrough called Shine. Because treatment was so horrendous, nobody wanted to have it. Because there was no symptoms for a lot of people, why would somebody who weren't really having no effect off this blood-borne virus, what they've got, choose to inject themselves with something horrendous for 6 months with a 50-50 chance of it might work or it might not? And the side effects, I mean, I lost a lot of my hair, I lost a lot of weight, I had sores in my mouth. It was like the original chemotherapy. And that just started my journey, really, of wanting to support people. So that's what I've done for the last 13 years. Well, I always thought I'd be dead by the time I was 25. And I was quite content with that. And then compared to my life now, I love what I do. I love working in Middlesbrough. I mean, I cover the whole of the North East and Cumbria, but Middlesbrough's got a special place in my heart because obviously I grew up here. I've got a lot of amends to make in Middlesbrough, and by doing my job, I do that.
Suzanne is just so inspiring, you know. I mean, already 3 of our full-time staff within the North East were actually patients before, you know. So Suzanne's got a real skill at engaging people. We'll pay for their ID to get sorted so we can do a DBS check. You know, if they've got no electric or food, we'll really look at the issues around their lifestyle to get them what they need to put them in a better position to become a volunteer and then eventually become a paid employee. So Suzanne's really good at getting people who you could say are broken and bringing them through and showing them love and kindness and giving those opportunities to do the best in life, you know.
I'd actually been told that I'd had a miscarriage, and then 2 weeks later I woke up, couldn't move down one side, went to hospital, and they said to me, "You're still pregnant." There's 20 years between my oldest and my youngest, and obviously during that 20-year period they'd said I was infertile. And to be honest, I was that selfish. I was quite content with being infertile because of my lifestyle and everything. And if I'm honest with you, I couldn't wait to go home from hospital to finish my gear off. And I actually got out the hospital bed and went down to the chapel. I mean, I wasn't Christian or anything like that, and I just hit my knees and I prayed, and I've never used since. I felt like it was a second chance, and I was going to do everything I could to do right by my son and other people as well.
When I was born, there was a lot of crime and a lot of drug use, and you know, I fell into that, and I started using drugs at the age of 14, and it was LSD and MDMA, and you know, I graduated onto the harder drugs when I was older. I fell in with the wrong people, and I'd done a lot of time in prison, you know. And it was only on my last prison sentence when it was in 2004. I ended up in a rehab inside a prison establishment, and once I'd completed that rehab, I then came to Kirk-Levington, which is in the North East. And once I was there, I started going to college. I'd done all my counselling courses, and I was actually offered a job when I was in Kirk-Levington. Recovery isn't straightforward. I actually had a relapse about 3 years ago, so I ended up going to another rehab and rehabilitation service. So now I'm back employed, and basically I work a 12-step program, so I follow abstinence. But you know, being employed, for me, it gives you the purpose. 3 people already in the North East have got full-time employment, and that just gives me goosebumps. Like it's what we do, you know.
Your past doesn't necessarily have to map your future out, does it? You know, everyone can change, we've all got a story, we've all got a past, but you know what, we've all got a future as well. We find them missing millions. That's what we do at the Hepatitis C Trust. Quite a few people who work for us in the Trust actually say it was the best thing that's never happened to them. You know, that something what we thought was going to kill us could actually be the making of us.